Welcome back to Goms Tech Talks channel. I'm Dr. Gomati. We are in the process of learning how to set up financial management in Business Central. So, if you have missed the previous video, please go and watch it, which is in the playlist. So, this is my youtube channel. So here you can see, and if you haven't subscribed it, please go and subscribe it. And if you want to join the community with the exclusive perks and everything, please join here. And if you go to the playlist, you can find the playlist here, that is Business Central. Every playlist, okay, that there are playlist for interview questions, playlist for project, and also you can see the playlist for the technical consultant as well. So I'll be updating it every week. Please go and watch it. And I have already discussed about the part 1. We have discussed about what is financial management setup, why it is important, and the important thing in the general fast tab. Okay, so if you have missed it, please go and watch it in the playlist, it is there. So now we are going to learn about the dimensions. Okay, dimension is in another fast tab in while setting up the general ledger. So this is the faster where you can set up global dimension and shortcut dimension. So if you want to know about what is global dimension and what is shortcut dimension, please go and watch in my playlist. So I have already discussed about these dimensions here. Okay, so this is how to set up a dimension. What is a dimension here, what is the difference between the global dimension and the shortcut dimension, and when to use what. Okay, so this is what, so typically the two global dimensions or the companies and are used in analysis reports. Okay, to set up a global dimension, you can just go and select the, so you can go and select the general tab. Okay, so here you can see you have a dimension. Okay, so here you can see it's a department. Okay, this is a global dimension, and this is a shortcut dimension, how it has created. Okay, so if you want to if you want to set up the global dimension here, okay, so by default it is in the department. If you want to set up the global dimension, you have to go to the general option available here. Okay, select this general and click the dimension. Okay, so here you can go and set up the dimension if you want to change any dimension here. Okay, so all these dimensions are available. If you want to create a new dimension, you can also create it, and all about the dimension you can check the previous video. So this is what about the dimension. The two global dimensions are always the first two shortcut dimensions. Okay, so global 1 and global 2. So here you can see this is global dimension 1 and global dimension 2. You can add shortcut dimensions to journal and document lines for fast and efficient entering of dimension values. Okay, so this is all about the dimensions. Okay, that's it. If you wanted to add more shortcut dimension, then go ahead, but usually it is better to go with global 1 2, and better 1 and 2 shortcut dimensions is more than enough. Okay, so let us talk about the background posting. Okay, so this is in another fast tab. So this one we call it as a fast tab. Okay, which holds, that is, a background posting fast tab holds all the information relevant to the background posting. Okay, so if you can specify if you want to post general ledger documents in the background by using job queue entries, or you can schedule the general ledger posting such as after working hours. Okay, if you want to post this all these things in the background posting, like if you wanted to do all these stuff after some hours or after this particular time period. So here you have post the with job queue, which specifies if you use the job queues to post general ledger documents in the background. Okay, post and print job queue, which specifies if you use job queues to post and print general ledger documents in the background. The third one is job query category, specifies a code for the category of the job queue that you want to associate with the background posting. You can assign these codes to the job entity that you want to use in the post list ledger document. Okay, for example, if you just go and check here, you can see you have three options, three code. One is general ledger posting, and second one is purchase posting, and third one is the sales posting. So whatever you select, based on that, the job queue category will work. The fourth one is notify on success, so specifies if a notification is sent when posting if you want to after posting the that is posting these things, no, like if you want to get the notification, then you can enable it. And finally, report output type, which specifies the output type, which type you wanted the report after posting it, how you wanted the report to be. Okay, so these are the various options which you have. So if you wanted to enable this, you can enable. Okay, and we will talk about this, like how this job queue is working, everything, in the upcoming video. Just understand what this tabs is all about. If you wanted to set up a background posting, okay, then you will be going ahead with these things. Okay, so next one is how to set up a reporting fast tab. Okay, we will also discuss about how to set up a reporting fast tab. This will helps you determine whether another reporting currency is used. Okay, another reporting currency is used when transaction information must also be available in a currency other than the local currency. For example, if you are using two currencies in the same time, okay, so you will be using this. Okay, so when another reporting currency is set up, users can run financial reports in the local currency and other reporting currency. For example, if you are using rupee and dollar in the same time, then you will be using this. Okay, which is for like in the simultaneously, if you want to generate the reports, you can do it. You can also specify the account schedules, like you can specify these account schedules for this is the one which is a balance sheet. Okay, financial report for balance sheet. So here you can see financial report for retained earn, financial report for income statement, financial report for cash flow statement, VAT exchange rate, additional reporting. Okay, so if you want to generate all these, okay, so you can go and search for, so you can go and search for general ledger account categories. Okay, so general ledger account categories you have, and if you select that, see you can see that you have various options here. So here you can see that financial report for balance sheet. If you click here, it will take you like what is the financial report, the cash flow, income. So this is for the balance sheet and this is for the income statement. So they have selected this. Okay, so this is how the reporting will work. Okay, and the next one is the application. So you can use the fields on the application FastApp to specify like currency rounding tolerance. Okay, and how the payments are applied to outstanding amounts, including payments from the customers and payments to the vendors. So this is the application FastApp. So here you can see this is the application FastApp. So it has application rounding precision, payment payment discount tolerance warning, payment discount tolerance posting, I think so, payment discount everything. Okay, that is related to all these things. So the payment tolerance amount, so this is payment tolerance warning, payment tolerance posting, payment tolerance percentage, maximum payment tolerance amount, everything. Okay, so so how, what is all these things like, this is first one is what it says specifies the size of interval for rounding differences for the local currency. Okay, this parameter takes effects when you apply LCY entries to entries in a different currency. Those, this is what apply rounding precision. Okay, so once if you just click here, no, it will take you. Okay, so this is rounding precision, and this is about this is the payment. Okay, payment discount tolerance warning. Okay, payment discount tolerance warning, which this is like a payment discount terms. Okay, what is that term? So all these things talks about like what is the expected period, how long we can just make it. So all these things. Okay, if you want to pay change all these payment tolerance, so or if these are given here, right, if you want to change, we have to select to the we have to go to actions. Okay, so here you have action. Okay, so if you want to edit it, you can go ahead and do it. So if you want to change this, okay, like discount payment discount accounts or anything, so you can edit it here. Okay, so this is the one where you will be setting about the tolerance percentage and payment percentage and all about the amount percentage. Okay, so if you wanted to do any changes, for example, here the payment tolerance, these are all not enabled, and if you want to change something here, you have to go to the process. Okay, so just go to the process and click change payment tolerance. So here you have changing the payment tolerance, you can edit it. Okay, just click here where it will take you to this. Okay, so all currencies, how you wanted to change, what is the payment tolerance. So here it is by default it is 0, right? So if I'm just making it as a 10, okay, and maximum payment tolerance amount, and if I'm making it as 100, okay, just for example I'm just telling you. And here you can see the payment tolerance is changed here. Okay, this we will make it as a default one. Okay, 000. I'm just telling you, if you want to change, that is possible. For that I just showed you. Okay, you can simply go there, go to the process and go to the payments tolerance, change payment tolerance, and you can change it here. Okay, and this is all about the payment tolerance, which basically deals with how you can deal with all these things. Okay, so as I told, the enable data check, so that is these. Okay, so these are the basic and important thing in general ledger setup. Apart from that, you have other two informations like tax information. Okay, so tax information talks about like GST, because since we are in based on the location, the tax information will change. I'm in Tamil, like India, so it is showing you like the GST information related to my region. Okay, and next one is what other TCS. Okay, so this TCS, so what do you mean by TCS? TCS means T means tax, C means collected, okay? Tax collected at source. Okay, so as per income tax law, the seller shall collect TCS from the buyer at the time of debiting the amount payable to the buyer's account, or at the time of receipt of such amount from the buyer by any mode. Okay, so even this is included in the business central transaction. So TCS debit note number, you can mention the number here. So they have given the default code for this. Okay, TORD, T receipt, T shipment. So for what you're collecting this tax, you can tell that. So these are the basic information in the general ledger setting up. Okay, so that is, you have to first set up the general ledger configuration for any of your business. So that is very very important. So in the next video we'll be understanding about how to set up number series, like what is a number series, what is a trail codes, and how is this will impact in business central. Okay, and in the upcoming videos you'll also see about the posting groups, and also we will discuss about setting up the chart of accounts and everything. If you have any queries, please leave your query in the comment. I'll be definitely helping you out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please go and subscribe. If you find this video useful, please share it with your friends so that they will get benefited out of it. Thank you, take care, bye bye.